Generation Zero's 4th birthday is just days away. On the 26th of March, Generation Zero will be 4 years old. Now, you would have thought that that'd be a time for celebration and loads of awesome stuff around the game, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any major updates or anything along those lines. Whether there's other surprises in store, such as an anniversary event, is yet to be seen, but there is a new roadmap in the works.
There will not be an update this month, and the roadmap is in the works, a public roadmap, and that one will be published as soon as it's ready. I can't say soon. I don't have a timeline for that yet, but we are preparing one.
Now that is from Carney, the community manager, which it is a massive shame, because obviously 4 years of a great game, and I was hoping that we'd potentially see some sort of anniversary event, maybe giveaways and stuff like that on socials. Whether we will or not is yet to be seen, but I would have thought something would have been mentioned already. Currently we're seeing little tidbits of memory lane and stuff like that, which, yeah, that's cool, but for 4 years, I'd love to see something special. And there was talks of an update, so I don't know what happened. I don't know whether potentially the old community manager leaving had something to do with it, not 100% sure. But it does seem like we won't be getting any update at all this month. Whether we will see something in April is still yet to be seen. But Carney said we could potentially be seeing a roadmap. He hasn't said a date, which, fair enough. I don't see any issues with not saying any dates, because then that just brings up disappointment when dates are missed. But a new roadmap, what could that entail? That's the thing, you see. There's a lot of community requested features, and the player base are majority sticking around. We're still sticking with a nice between 800 and 1500 players, which is a good number for a game that's 4 years old, and hopefully it does continue. Every time there's news of an update or an update drops, obviously that player count spikes quite massively and sometimes ends up in 3 to the 4,000 mark, which was very good towards the start of the game's life cycle. Within the first sort of year and a half, we were seeing those numbers very regularly with continual updates. But over the past year, it has dwindled, and we're dropping down to the 500-600 mark. Currently, the player base is good. We're sitting at around 1,400. So hopefully, they captivate that audience and bring a new update out relatively quickly, because Generation Zero still has so much to offer. It is an absolutely amazing game. There are so many things that we could see and so many things that could be done and changed and mixed up, which we could see loads of that this year, you never know. But so far, the start of the year has not been the greatest, with the crafting update, which completely, let's say, annihilated the crafting elements. Obviously, crafting for certain things like meds and stuff is still relatively viable, but when it comes down to other things such as ammunition, it is now pretty much pointless. So hopefully they do bring out some changes for that very, very soon. Hopefully this roadmap also contains something to do with new storylines, potentially a DLC or a new island opening up. The team have said recently that there are no plans to open up any other islands, but I am secretly deep down hoping that that is just a sort of hideaway, No, we're not doing that, just to keep the players quiet, and then suddenly, bang, here you go, here's a new island, build up loads of hype, and we see something absolutely phenomenal. Which hopefully, that is what the March update is, and there's still some issues, so it's been delayed. But captivating that audience is going to be essential, especially at the start of 2023, where we are currently, because over the next few months there's some absolutely massive titles being released, and they're just going to keep coming, which is going to eventually draw away from the player base. Obviously people like myself and some of the hardcore players, we're always going to come back for updates. Let's just hope that this year a roadmap is a start of something new, and we start to see continual communication from the development team, and not just in the form of the streams. Don't get me wrong, the streams are great, especially weekly streams, but the development letters, things like that came out once a week, the sort of dev diary, that was brilliant. Now, I think seeing that again would just be awesome. Something along those lines, and that's going to hype up the community for each update that's going to be coming. But at the same time, maybe the team is spread thin and they can't put manpower into doing something like that because there's no way that they can actually maintain deadlines for updates. There's a lot of questions at the moment with Generation Zero, but hopefully over the next few weeks we start to see some signs of updates that will be coming, and this roadmap really does change the landscape for 2023 so far, and bring us a potential of some really awesome stuff towards mid/end of the year. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments anyway. And on the 26th, we will be doing a live stream as well. I've not quite worked out the kinks yet, but we could potentially do a community stream where we have some players jump in and join us. Guys in the chat will jump in potentially. But either way, keep an eye on the community tab. I'll let you guys know there. That is the best place you can get me, and on Twitter as well. The links for Twitter is down in the description, so definitely check that out. We've also got Facebook and stuff as well if you are interested in that, where we do post little bits of content there too. For now though, we are going to wrap that one up. Hopefully Generation Zero's future for 2023 is nice and bright, but the future is yet to be seen. For now, I've been Wired. You guys have been awesome. A massive thank you to everybody that has been watching, and we will see you in the next one.